So, AI. AI has been in the press an awful lot lately, been discussed by every news outlet virtually, all the big hitters, Apple, Google, Adobe. Over the weekend, I thought that I'd download Adobe's new Photoshop beta, which allows sort of generation of a lot of different bits inside, including sort of expanding the photos, and yeah, a lot of scope for different bits. So here's my little video. This is on some stairs which were taken just before Battersea Power Station formally opened. So there's still sort of some bits of construction, as you can see. So yeah, let's go through a few bits with what it's capable of. So as you can see, it's got some barriers midway up the stairs, which is what I thought I'd tackle first, because that's quite a glaring error in it. Obviously not a permanent feature. So just click, go around the subject, remove black barriers, enter, and then it has a little bit longer think than I thought it would do, but it's quite a complex task. If you were to do it manually, it would take you a fair while, definitely longer than Photoshop takes to do it. Let's see what it comes out with. I was getting a bit restless while this was going on. And done. It's a pretty good job. It's not quite matched one of the central balustrades to the other side, but it's a good start. Let's get rid of these containers and hoarding to the right next. So no instruction. I'm just telling it to do its thing and to generate some visual information from what's already there. I thought it had frozen during this time, so there's a lot of quiet. So I've cut some of the quiet from that. It was probably about a minute or so, and we're there. That is quite a good job it's done. Let's zoom in on the first bit that I tried. See if we can get that a bit cleaner. So I'll just do a marquee around the bit that's not quite right. What it does give you, for each time that you do this, currently they've set it up so that you can have 3 options to choose from. So if one of them looks a bit quirky, then you can see 1 out of 3 in the middle there. Just go through those. I think number 2 is probably the best for this stage. It's not perfect, but if you zoom out a bit, then it's fairly indistinguishable. I'd obviously, if I was doing this on a proper shoot, I would be a lot more careful than just messing around at this stage. Let's tackle those black barriers at the back. I'll try and do all of them at once and see how it copes with that. So just remove black barriers and bars. So again, it needs to figure out what those are from the information that it has from the big visual library that it's got, and try and figure out in my photo, my specific one, which bits I want and which bits I don't want. That's quite a good job. You see again, scrolling through them. We'll go for number 3 for now, and I think I might come to that top part later. What else have we got? So here up to the left, there's a bit of unfinished stonework. So they're probably about a few weeks away from completing this, really. But with a bit of Photoshop cleverness, you can just fill that in. Really quite good. If you zoom out, that looks pretty perfect. So now, testing it quite a lot, you can actually generate something from nothing, really. If we go ahead, here we go. as a real thing, that's fairly believable in most of it. It struggles a bit on the stairs, you can see. There's a lot that you asked it to do all at once, and so it sort of concentrates on some bits more than others. You see it's filled in the top of the building. It's got some perspective and different styles finishing out the top, which is quite an interesting bit of tech in there. We can try again just on this bit of stairs just by itself. See if it manages to resolve it any better when it's just concentrating on a small portion. Again, it's sort of less than a minute really of it thinking about what to do, but I've just slightly shortened it for your sanity. Very nice, that's much better. I think that will go for... which one's best? Option 2 is quite nice. That seems to fit quite well. Try the other side now. Same again. No instruction, just to do a better job of what it's already done. Go through the options again. Option 3 looks quite convincing. Let's go back and tackle that top barrier. Make it accessible to humans. We'll just put in remove black rail. Done. Looking good. Okay, what next? So if it was open already rather than under construction, it might have some people chilling out on the stairs. So I thought we'd see what it comes up with for that. Woman sitting on the stairs in a red jumper. Let's see how it copes. So it needs to be aware of what a step is and the viewpoint that I'm looking at them and how a person might interact with the stairs on that, which is really clever and not something that I thought it would be able to do at the moment. So we've got 3 different options again. How about her? That'll do. We want someone on this side for a bit of balance in the photo. Child running down the stairs. See if it can understand motion blur. We'll give it a bit more direction as well. Have a green top and blonde hair. So obviously if again, if I was doing this on a proper project, always try and have actual people in the photos. Here we go. So we've got 3 different options. Running down the stairs, didn't quite understand that, but you've got running up the stairs. It looks quite convincing. A touch bright compared to the other people in the shot, but he is in the foreground. What else can we do here? Let's have a play. Put someone in here. See what it does with this. Donald Trump walking past on his way to court to be sentenced. See how it does. We're thinking. I violated the user guidelines. Okay, so maybe not. Maybe we won't have Donald Trump. We'll just have a man in his 50s with a tan, larger body, blonde wispy hair, wearing a suit. Let's see what it comes up with. Oh, so I actually got the layers stacked wrong. Here we go. Put them up to the top. So look, bit of a quirky looking person. 3 different, slightly different options. But it's known to put him behind the rail. Is at the right scale? I mean, I will say that the technology is really, it's getting there, and it's surprising for this to be the beta version of this. In a few years, I think it'll be very, very clever. I think it'll be a real addition to photography. I don't think at least the kind of thing that I'm doing has any cause for concern, because sort of the more that you go into this artificial creation, it becomes more of like a montage or a render, which is not, it's not representative of the actual architecture and spaces. So as long as there's a want and a need for that, I don't think that architecture photography is in the lineup to be redundant at all. But yeah, it's definitely a tool that we can work with to help things that aren't perfect, whether that's a site that's unfinished or helping to visualize how spaces might be used as part of documenting space. You can also go back into all these pieces, and they're non-destructive elements, so you can bring them out and take them in, change them afterwards. Yeah, very, very interesting. I hope this has been useful for everyone. Feel free to give me a shout if you've got any questions about it.